Fettling or cleaning of castings. Fettling and cleaning is carried out following the shakeout, removal of casting from sand mold, and knockout, removal of sand core from casting operations. Fettling includes the following steps: removal of sand and other impurities. The rough casting removed from the mold consists of adhering molding sand, core sand, oxides, and scale, which has to be cleaned. This is achieved manually, mechanically, or by chemical means. Wire brush, files, and other tools are used in manual operations, while air blasting, hydroblasting, tumbling, etc. are a few equipments used in mechanical operations. Chemical cleaning methods utilize baths of molten caustic soda containing additional reagents to react with and break the surface oxide layer. This loosens adhering sand also. Removal of excess metal. This step includes removing excess metal such as fins, blisters, stumps of gates and risers, and other unwanted projections from the castings. This is achieved by chipping, sawing, flame cutting, grinding, and other operations. Finishing of castings. Finishing is carried out to smoothen parts of the casting where gates and risers were attached, and also improve the surface finish and appearance of the casting. Different finishing operations like grinding, polishing, buffing, etc. are used for the purpose. Casting defects. Casting process involves a number of variables, and a loss of control in any one of these variables can cause defects under certain circumstances. Some of the common casting defects, their features, and remedies to prevent such defects are described below. Shrinkage defect. Shrinkage is a void on the surface of casting resulting from contraction or shrinkage of metal during solidification. Although a riser is used to overcome the shrinkage effect, in some cases it fails to feed the molten metal efficiently to the casting as it solidifies. Fin. Metal on a casting caused by an imperfect joint in the mold or die. Remedies. Use of large sprue and riser to promote directional solidification. Locate risers and gating systems in correct positions. Gates to be cut as wide as possible. Porosity defect, blowhole and pinhole. Molten metal absorbs gases from various sources such as fluxes, moisture in sand, binders, additives, and normal atmospheric gases like oxygen and nitrogen. If these gases are not allowed to escape, they get entrapped in the mold cavity, forming small balloon-shaped voids or cavities, leading to porosity defect in castings. Two types of gas-related defects occur in castings. They are blowhole and pinhole defect. Blowhole occur below the surface of the castings and are not visible from the outside surface. Refer figure. On the other hand, pinholes are small gas cavities, many in number, at or slightly below the surface of the casting, as shown in figure. Remedies. Avoid excess ramming of the mold. Provide proper vent holes. Avoid use of excess carbonaceous or other organic material in the sand or core binders, because these materials react with the molten metal, producing large amount of gases. Misran. Misran occur when the mold cavity is not completely filled with the molten metal. In other words, it is a defect wherein a casting solidifies before the molten metal completely fills the cavity. Remedies. Fluidity of metal should be maintained suitably. Pouring rate and time should be controlled. Thin sections should be suitably designed. Penetration. When fluidity of liquid metal is high, it may penetrate into the sand mold or core, into the voids between the sand particles. A fused aggregate of metal and sand appears on the surface of the casting, leading to defect. Remedies. Sand mold should be properly rammed. Mold sand or core sand should not be too coarse to promote metal penetration. Control proper metal temperature. Fluidity of molten metal should be maintained suitably. Mold shift. It is a step produced in the cast product along the parting line due to the sidewise relative displacement of cope and drag box. Remedies. Proper alignment of cope and drag box. Proper handling of assembled cope and drag box during operations. Cold shut. Two portions of metal flow together, but lack of fusion due to premature freezing results in a defect known as cold shut. Remedies. Place gates and risers at proper locations. Metal fluidity should be high. Hot tears. A hot tear is an internal or external ragged discontinuity formed in the casting due to the pulling action of the metal just after it has solidified. Remedies: provide adequate fillets at sharp corners while designing the component. Proper metallurgical and pouring temperature to be maintained. Place gates and risers at suitable locations. Advantages and limitations of casting process. Advantages: large, hollow, and intricate shapes can be easily cast. Quick process and hence suitable for mass production. Low limit to size and shape. Parts ranging from few millimeters to meters and few grams to tons can be cast efficiently and economically. Better dimensional tolerances and surface finish can be obtained by good casting practice. Castings exhibit uniform properties in all the directions, longitudinal, lateral, and diagonal. Limitations: presence of defects in the cast parts is a major disadvantage. Casting process is not economical for small number of parts. Properties of cast materials are generally inferior when compared to those made by machining or forging process. Process parameters are many, right from pattern making to pouring and solidification of molten metal. Monitoring these parameters to produce a good casting is a tough task.